Hello class, this is the second part of regular expressions, and this particular set of notes is important to go through, particularly if you're an online student. In class, what we'll do is we'll take each of these questions, starting with point 5, 1, 2, 3. These are all separate regular expressions that we're going to run on one sentence only. This one, the x modifier itself /n, meaning we have two lines in this string, needs a little more explanation. So there's over 30 questions here, and the way this should be approached is that you should look at this regular expression one at a time and try to guess or anticipate exactly what it will match before you run it. Of course, you're going to run it up to the x that you know how this works, right? So here we're looking for any word character, and question mark directly following means 0 or 1, correct, and then $sign at the very end means at the very end of the string. So the end of the string in this case is a period, and it happens to be not a word character, so it should simply print. Oh, and this is the other important thing. We're printing the question here, followed by the regular expression itself, which should match the particular regular expression that is now trying to match in the string. So when we look at the printout, we'll be able to easily remind ourselves what the regular expression is for. Okay? And of course, we're going to print $1, which is nothing but a set of parentheses around what we are looking for. Okay, so let's run this one and see. We should get no printout. So do these one at a time and ask yourselves what it will do before you actually do it. And here we go, question point 5, colon, and then following that, if it's going to print anything, it will print after the semicolon here. Here's the regular expression that's trying to match this sentence right here, and I'm also going to try to print this sentence about every 4 or 5 questions, so they will always appear on the screen to help us make it more meaningful for ourselves. Okay, then what you do, of course, is you comment this, and then you go to the next one. Now we're looking for a T, capital T, which should start right there, followed by any character 0 or more, but not a /n, right? The period will not match a /n, and ending with an E. So we would expect, now this is greedy, right? So it's going to start with a T. It will not be happy with the E. It will continue. Here's another E. It should continue. Here's another E, and then it can't go past the /n. So this is probably what it will give you. Let's give it a shot. So this is a good exercise if you use it this way. And yes, starting with a T, ending with an E is exactly what we get with greediness. The next exercise, next example or question is the same thing, but this time we have a question mark following the star, which tells us 0 or more of any character. And in this case, the question mark tells us not greedy. In other words, anything that follows this E, just be satisfied with the first E that you come across after you start from the T. So this time, what shall we see? The. Exactly. It starts with a capital T, and it's not greedy, so it's gonna stop at the E. Okay, let's do a couple more, and then we'll just run the whole thing. This one is looking for any digit, 1 or more, and we have no digit in this sentence, so I don't think anything will happen with that one. 5 doesn't even show up, which is interesting. Wait a minute. Yes, 4 does show up, but the 3 didn't. Oh well, I'm sorry about this. So 3 didn't show up. Now 4, what was 4? We're looking for any word, one or more. And correct, it has to be a word. So this is a word character, this is a word character, and this is a word character, and this is not. So that's the end. If we're going to have one or more consecutive word characters, we can only pick out the first word in the sentence. Now, number 5. Now we're looking for non-word characters, and the only, well, we have one right here. You should be happy finding this one, and it is one or more. So we expect most likely this one, the forward dash, to appear, and that's it. And sure enough, that's our result. And now the entire file is gonna run. I have no more. I have pound signs on all the exits here, so we can just run the entire program and take a look at the results directly from here. It will go faster. 35 questions. Okay. Here we're looking for, remember, the /b is a word boundary. B for boundary. There's a word boundary at the beginning, there's a word boundary at the end. We have an M, which is nothing but a character, possibly this one or more. We have a couple of those, but they have to be followed by any number of characters which do not include the /n, so we're only looking at the first part of the sentence, ending with an R. So it's pretty much modifier, right? And that's correct. That's what we picked up. W, 0 or 1, and that's it. It's the first one in the sentence. He is a result of a word character, 0 or 1, and finding without greediness the first E that follows it. So yes, the T is skipped because it's only one word character, 0 or 1, followed by an E, non-greedy. Number 9, word character 0 or 1, and that's it. So it's going to start at the beginning of the sentence with one word character, another word character, another word character, and then it's going to find a blank. And that's the end for the match. W, 0 or 1. This one is interesting. I added a position statement here. Let's take a look at this one, because this is going to match a word character 0 or 1 and a greediness symbol here, but nothing afterwards. So it should follow nothing. Nothing should follow this particular character here, and it's a little hard to understand. So we're going to add this position. Remember from the last week's regular expressions class notes, we can see the position of the match, the end of the match. But interestingly, this one only works if the G modifier is on. So try to remember that. And note there's nothing printed here. You will find nothing because it has to find a word character and the first one or none or not, so it's going to, but it has to follow by nothing. So even before that string can even begin to read, that's the end of the match. A little hard to understand, but this is the proof that the regular expression did not even enter the string with this particular combination. Okay, capital T followed by a potential Z, 0 or more, followed by he. So yes, we're getting simply the. Here we're looking for the beginning of the string followed by one or more word characters. So that's giving us THE again. This one is looking for capital letters, A through Z, or numbers, 0 or 1, and this is only 0 or more. So we're only getting the T since that's the only capital letter that's in a row here. This one is all the numbers through all the capital letters and the lowercase letters. Since in the ASCII characters the numbers are first, followed by uppercase letters and then lowercase letters. So we're getting THE. Here we're getting only the /, and why is that? Because we are looking for not uppercase letters or lowercase letters, one or more, and so it's going to skip all the text until we get to the non-character, non-capital letter or lowercase letter. Here we have a TH because we're looking for simply two characters. Here we're looking between 2 and 5, and so it's going to pick out 5. It doesn't say what kind, so THE space / is all game. This is lowercase and 5 of those, and the first one. So, and they all have to be in a row. So you can't pick on the X here. It has to find 5 consecutive lowercase letters. Here we have, remember this one? We can use this inside of a regular expression to duplicate what has been found, right? So the first one that's found here has to match with the same thing. It happens to be a 2 here because this is second set of parentheses in the real assignment. If we go to 21 here, you'll see that we have 2 sets of parentheses. So here's the first one, which is going to go in /1, and this one is going to be in /2. So first letter has to match the following letter, and the only condition in here, at least the first one that we come across, is those 2 E's. Okay, for the rest, we'll let you keep going. You understand how this works. What I'm going to do is display the next few if you don't want to run it yourself, and just stop the video and just study number 22 to number 27. Next we're going to go up 29 to 35, and actually this is the last one, so 5 seconds on this one. You can pause it and figure it out. Thank you very much, folks.